Hello everyone! A month and a half ago-ish, I announced my second pregnancy. I'm currently 25 plus 2. When this is posted, I will be 26 weeks pregnant. I'm due in like January and I currently have a 15-month-old son, so I had a baby in June last year. So they will have like an 18-19 month age difference pretty much. I got pregnant when my son was 10 months and it was planned because we want kids close in age. We want to do 2 under 2. And I did say I would make a video talking about why we're doing 2 under 2 on purpose, but also 2 under 2 doesn't seem so crazy anymore. Like, a lot of people are now having kids very close in age, so it's not even that special anymore. Like, obviously a lot of people would not choose to have 2 under 2, but now a lot of people are having 2 under 1. Like, they're already pregnant at their like 6-week checkup. Like, people are wild. And I know some people think I'm wild, but this is not even that extreme anymore. It feels like 2 under 2 is kind of old news. And also the people around me weren't that surprised because we always talked about wanting kids close in age. So just to give like an introduction, I guess, I'm 32, my husband's 30, we live in Norway. We always knew we wanted kids, and when we decided to try, it happened quickly. We were extremely lucky, and now we decided that we were ready to try again, and it happened quickly again. And we're just so incredibly privileged to, you know, have the opportunity to time our babies how we wanted, and we're so lucky that we haven't experienced a miscarriage. Obviously, I'm still pregnant, and you know, you're never safe, but everything is going well with my pregnancy. Everything is looking good, and there's lots of baby movements every single day, but I am not very well. So in my first pregnancy, I had hyperemesis. It's happening again this time, which we expected, and we kind of just didn't want our son to remember it because I can't really do that much. I have to lie on the couch a lot to not throw up and all of that, and I can't do that much with my son either. I can't really like take him out on my own a lot because that takes a lot out of me, and it also makes me throw up. So we obviously want to limit this, like limit me throwing up and limit me being exhausted, and the less my son remembers of it, the better. And you know, if everything goes to plan, all of that, he has a sibling when he is 19 months old, he won't remember me being pregnant, and that's the way I want it. I don't want him to remember because, you know, obviously he sees me throw up. He does not need to remember that. Also, and it kind of sucks that I have to mention this in every single video I talk about, you know, pregnancy and birth and all of that, but we had a very traumatic experience, postpartum experience last time. I guess I've gotten really good at summarizing it, but basically the day after he was born, our son got sick. We got moved to a different hospital with a NICU, and then the day after that, I got sick. I had a really bad infection in my pelvis, and I had to learn how to walk again, and it took like 5 months for me to regain my strength, and it was absolutely horrible to go through that postpartum. And obviously, we have spoken to health professionals about this and worked through it and processed it and all of that, but I still just feel like I would like to get this stuff over with, because to me, pregnancy and birth and postpartum stuff, it's kind of scary because it's out of my control and my body has really handled it badly before. Not trying to, you know, beat down my body because it's done something great. It's created the most beautiful human being in this world, but it's still really difficult to just accept that that happened to me. So I would very much like to just get this over with. Also, because of our own siblings and relationships to our siblings, we really want our kids to be, you know, as close as in age as possible. I have a twin brother myself, so I've always been used to, you know, going through the exact same stage of life with someone else, and I've always, you know, had someone with me through everything I've ever experienced. It's never been just me, and I absolutely love it. I would have loved to have twins, but I'm glad it didn't happen this time around because that would have been a lot. My husband does not want 3 kids. And I also have 2 older brothers that are way older, like 13, 16 years older, and I definitely would not choose to have a big age gap just because I feel like it's much easier to have a close bond with your siblings and you're also going through similar stages of life together. My husband is also the youngest child in his family, and his sisters are like 5, 7, and 9 years older than him, so he's always been like, you know, behind and has always been the baby. So we both feel like it would just be so much nicer to have the siblings like go through similar stages at the same time, like they're not that far apart. And also, we do not love the baby stage. We loved having a baby. Like, our son was so cute, of course, and we're really excited to have a cute little baby again, but it's not just that. Like, it's the baby stage is so much more than having a cute little baby. This little creature does not know how to be a human being yet. They don't sleep on a schedule, they don't eat on a schedule, they're just like wrecking your routine and your day-to-day life. And we very much love our life right now. Our son sleeps so well, he eats really well, he's very good at, you know, playing independently independently. He can actually like do several things on his own. It's just amazing right now. I think like 15 months is a really nice age because they haven't started being all tantrumy yet and they're learning new things all the time. They're saying new words. It's just a really nice age, especially as our son has learned how to walk. So it's just so much fun right now. But the baby stage, I do not love it. I don't love like just every day. I don't know how the night will be. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to wake up. I had a very difficult breastfeeding journey as well. And I found breastfeeding so unpredictable. Like whenever I felt like it was going well, a new problem occurred. And I did not love this stage. Babies are super cute. I'm so excited to have a baby again that will sleep in my lap. I'm really excited, but I'm also just like, we know we want 2 kids. So for us, we want to just get it over with, get it done, get through the baby stage and have that be done. I'm realizing this room is kind of echoey and I'm really hoping it's not as bad as it has been before, but this time I have the door open. I just thought it would be so cute to film it in here, you know? And speaking of the baby stage, I definitely prefer the stage where they're no longer babies, and especially when they stop, you know, napping during the day and stuff. Like you can actually do so much more. You can plan things around when it's a good time to do it and not just like when is their nap. Like my son now, he sleeps 2 to 3 hours each day. He goes down at 11 and like everything happens midday. Like every event, everything that's put on for kids, it happens at like 11, 12, 1. It happens when he's asleep. It's just so much harder to plan stuff. Like when the kids stop napping, we can, you know, go on hikes, we can just take them out, do so much more stuff. And in general, I just feel like I will prefer that stage. I absolutely love the stage my son is in now. I love it. I've loved every second of him being born. I've loved every single thing he's done. He's learned everything. But I just feel like the best is yet to come, if that makes sense. And also the practicality of having the baby stage be done and having like production stage be done. Like all the things we can get rid of, how we can, you know, move our family forwards. I feel like there is progress to be made because we want another kid. If there's a task I need to do, like I need to be pregnant, I just feel like doing it. I just want to get it out of the way. And also, there's so many bulky items we can get rid of. They can sit on regular chairs. They can sleep in pretty regular beds. We can get rid of the stroller. Car seats are more chill once they can face forward in the car. Everything will just be so much easier, like practicality wise. Of course, there will always be challenges. I'm not trying to be like, well, once our kids are 4 or 5, everything's gonna be so easy, because of course, that's not the case. Also about the pregnancy stuff, I don't want to dread being pregnant again, because of course I was dreading it because I knew it would be hard, and I knew it would be even harder when we already have a child, because last time I could just come home from work and lie on the couch, but now I can't do that. I have to parent, I have to take care of my child, and also my partner doesn't work a 9 to 5. He works evenings, he works weekends, so I'm alone with our son a lot, which is hard. My partner was working this weekend and I was so exhausted on Sunday. I was just like, I can't do this. Obviously you have to get through it, but it's exhausting. I would also say one of my friends is about to give birth like any day now, and she has a 2.5-year-old, and from observing her and thinking about my own experience, I would definitely say that it's usually easier to be pregnant with a 1-year-old than a 2-year-old. You know, a 2-year-old is usually more active, more all over the place, and needs to be like taken out, needs more activities and all of that than a small 1-year-old. That's just my experience and from what I've seen, but I would definitely choose this again. And also, when this baby will be born, I will be 33. I kind of just feel like pregnancy is really hard for me. I've not been blessed with genetics that handle pregnancy very well, as in my mom had hyperemesis and I've clearly inherited her hyperemesis, which not fun. And I feel like it's probably easier to deal with it now than when I'm even older, and just for, you know, the risks of it and everything, I definitely would prefer to be as young as possible. But we also did not, like, we waited to have kids until we felt absolutely ready, which I'm so happy that we did. So that obviously led to us having our first child when I was 31, and now I'll be 33, and I just feel very pleased to be done with baby making by the time I'm 33. Not saying it's wrong to have a baby later, and for all of these things, everyone does what's right for them, right? I'm not saying this is how everyone should do it, but this has felt very right for us. And also, not a deciding factor, but one that I'm very much looking forward to, is that I want to start my ADHD meds again. I have ADHD, and I got my diagnosis when I was 29, and I only got like to the stage where I could start meds like 5 months before we started trying for our son, and I'm so excited to start them again because my life was so much better and I'm excited for that quality of life again. So for me, all of these things together, it just makes so much sense that we would just get this over with. And I'm not saying that in a reckless way. We are prepared to handle 2 babies, like emotionally, financially. We have the means to take care of 2 children. So it's not like we were on a whim like, oh yeah, let's just bam, 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 let's just get all these kids, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what we're doing. We're having our 2 planned kids that we really wanted and that we have the resources to take care of. This just feels very right for us. And I think it's so important when it comes to family planning and all of these things to do what's right for you and not, you know, what everyone else does or what society tells you is the right number of kids or what your family should look like and all of these things, because there's a lot of expectations and judgment and all of that around and it's not helping anyone. Don't let anyone shame you for the number of kids you want, or if you want no kids, that's totally fine too. Please don't have kids because your family's pressuring you into it. If you don't want kids, that's fine. Don't have kids if you don't want kids. In case you're new here, or in general, this is interesting for everyone. I don't know why I said that even, but let me just mention some upcoming videos that you will see in the next weeks or months. In my last pregnancy, I made a video about predicting the gender because we don't know the gender. We've chosen to have a surprise when the baby's born, again, like we did with our son. And I'll also talk a bit about why we're choosing to not find out. I've also been posting some vlogs that I did before I announced my pregnancy. So now like a lot of vlogs are kind of coming out, like from when my baby was like 12 months old and stuff like that. Next week, I'll be posting a 24 hours with a 14-month-old while pregnant with hyperemesis, just to add some extra spice, where I'm trying to like show kind of a realistic view into like what it's like, but at the same time I'm trying to like not make the vlogs too boring. So I guess I'm filming them on the more exciting days, but they're still pretty chill. I've also filmed the same vlog with my 15-month-old. I'm always a little bit behind with these, so when the 15-month-old thing comes out, he'll be 16 months old. I'll also try and make one about pregnancy and choosing to go on sick leave, but I just find it so difficult to talk about because I find it difficult myself. I want to talk about it because other people might find it helpful. So yeah, it's a huge thing. I'm thinking about it. I also want to do a video where I'm comparing my first and my second pregnancy and like how it's different. Even though I'm having a lot of the same struggles, it's still, you know, there are still differences and there's still like my expectations and all of that. It might be its own video, or I might, you know, sneak it in somewhere else because I don't know if it's like enough to make a video about, if that makes sense. I also want to make a video about like things I prefer, like this or that, when it comes to baby products. I wanted to make this when he was like 12 months and obviously it was so hard for me to make videos at this point. Now that I'm on full sick leave, it's a little bit easier, but you don't know how many breaks I take through filming, how long it takes me to edit, because I do like 10 minutes and then I have to be like, oh, and then I do like 10 minutes and I'm like, it's so hard to be efficient. Well, I'm not efficient. I also finally filmed an apartment tour because we moved in over a year ago now and I've just taken forever to film it. So I decided to film a realistic apartment tour because my apartment will never be perfect. First of all, because I just don't have the interest to actually like do that much here, and also it's gonna be messy because I have a child and I am not doing well. I'm also gonna show my newborn and toddler setup, which is mostly secondhand, which is super cool, but that won't be out until probably January because we're not gonna get our newborn setup ready before that time, I'm pretty sure. Also, I'm gonna make a video about my thrifted Christmas stuff and like decorating for Christmas. See, I got so excited I just stumbled across the words. Yeah, that's some of the videos that I'll be posting the next few months, and then I'm also posting gameplay videos. So my channel is a little bit all over the place, which is the same as my brain, so I can't decide on one thing to focus on. On Mondays, I play Red Dead Redemption 2, on Wednesdays, I play Super Mario Sunshine, on Fridays, I play Harvest Moon Light of Hope, and on Sundays, I play Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which I'm having so much fun with, and those videos are so easy to make because they don't really require editing. That's how I'm able to post as much as I do. All right, thank you so much for watching. What do you think is the perfect age gap between siblings? I'm curious to know. And if you have any other videos that you would like to see, feel free to leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.